How are we doing, folks? Good morning. All right. I recovered to Ruby last night off stream. Hopefully we can recover to Sapphire on stream. Fishy Friends has been my comfort food this season. We'll see if it can do anything for us this morning.
This brings me back.
Dragon side is always a step keep. Love to have the Ivory Dragon against most Abyss are aggressively slanted, so I'm gonna play the Ivory Dragon on one. I'm a little sad to have played this out proactively if they're the control build, but it is what it is. And I'll get a 2-for-1 here. We'll make them use their trade here. Yeah, this is unfortunate. It probably means they're likely means they're the bigger build. I think I'd rather ramp than call here, because if I draw either Merman or the War Gods, I'd be happy about that. Let's go call into another dragon side. Having Neptune early is nice, because it means all the fish we summon from here on out will get to buffer our defense back up. This is a matchup where Burn Knight's Emblem's not bad. We can find a window to get that down. We'll probably take the opportunity. Game tends to go long, so the crest burning them for one every turn tends to be reasonable. I don't want to Burn Knight yet, because I need to super evolve to get the crest going. If I brick on the golden note, it's like real bad. So I think it's just Odin trade for this without an evolution, which is like not super exciting, but at least trades 1-for-1 and I'm up at Evo point. No real plays from them here is good for us, obviously. Gosh, part of me just wants to Odin the Shadow Crypt Memorial, but I also wouldn't mind just like getting some cards going here. I miss out on the 2 life gain, which is a little sad. Yeah, plenty of ways to gain life, it would seem. That is an aggressive Cerberus. So this is what, 12? This is a virtual 2. I'm going to 10. How much is second Cerberus? They don't know the what's it called leftovers. Let's go ahead and send this here. And then these 2 here, and this one here. might not have the ability to super evolve this. Might need to prioritize gaining life with the Neptune. Although I guess this one gains 3. Olivia as opposed to Cerberus is a good sign for us to start here.
The young paragon dons his mask. Gaze at the stars and no camaraderie.
I see.
A regular Evo on Merman clears this board out. I could also Burnite Super Evolve. Can the Cerberus kill me if I Burnite Super Evolve? I don't think so, right? Though she could do is 5. Yeah, I think it's Birdite, ditch the Lufang, chip them for 2. And I think I'm holding the Philenin at this point because the Philenin is a board clear and it's my last board clear in hand. So the Philenin with the evolution and her spell can clean out the entire board.
Fly forth into an endless sky.
This is a big deal because it means they don't have to use the super evolve to kill this.
Yeah, I'm done.
Second Philenin is nice. That gives me some flexibility on what I'm doing with the first one. I think it's Merman clean the board out here. Heals me 3 as well. Okay, I think I'm chilling on the White Frost Whisper. Because the increasing the cost doesn't do a ton in this matchup, and being able to get rid of things. Neptune, White Frost Whisper is good with Neptune, because Neptune's rushes can put damage on a couple of things, and this can finish it. Which is nice.
Destination, the underworld. Rough and raring to go. Come here.
Deity, beast, all hunks of meat.
Yep. So I've got 2 more points of healing in hand.
Turn to stone or swallowed whole.
There's Medusa. So I could Neptune with White Frost Whispers to clean this. I could also Odin plus attack the skeleton. I could Burnite, discard a card. We obviously have to take the Medusa off the table. I think we need to take the skeleton off the table too. With their super evolve, it threatens to deal too many points of damage. I think I'm gonna Neptune plus White Frost Whispers just because it's particularly resource efficient. Yes, getting the healing in from Neptune is also nice. I agree. We'll draw a card to start. See where we end up at. 9. Well, I can clear the board again.
Only frost blooms in my domain.
It isn't pretty, but we can do it.
None can escape the dominion of frost. Sleep. The winged musician dons the mask. Song of the dragon.
Deity, beast, all
Oh, Argami is so good.
I am keeper of memories.
Rough and raring to go.
Oh, I'm dead to Crypt Cerberus. That's the problem here. Chastity, thank you for the over 2 years. Welcome back. You know, I was thinking about poking at the new pocket set, and then unironically, I might still, but your joke is definitely completely on point, Socio, that like it's coming like between playing Shadowverse and Snap, it's just like so painfully apparent that most Pokemon pocket cards are unplayable. It's especially in a game like Pokemon where there's so many iconic characters that people love. It's so deeply disappointing that a majority of the cards that they create are like explicitly designed to be worthless pack filler.
this brings me back.
I was looking at it. I always want to keep Odin against Haven because of Wellbear. We're gonna mulligan the rest of these looking for a ramp card. Lovely. Yeah, the new Pokemon Pocket set is Gen 2 focus. I was looking at it to see if there was anything I was interested in playing with, but just nothing super exciting.
Only frost blooms in my dominion.
I think the Pocket team doesn't really know what makes a card powerful. I don't think that's remotely true. They're just doing a traditional card game design philosophy in a digital card game. So regular paper card games like paper Pokemon. The team designing Pocket cards is the same team designing a lot of the paper Pokemon cards, is my understanding. And those types of designers are explicitly used to designing with a lot of cards being useless.
You are strong.
I suppose real life must have happened for our opponent.
I suppose that was a good warm-up.
Yeah, all the Suicune, Raikou, and Entei are all unplayable pack filler. And they did a Gen 2 focus set and they didn't put Scissor in it, so like I don't know what they're doing with themselves.
This brings me back.
My wings protect those most in need.
Same mulligans as last time. Keep the Odin mulligan for ramp. Scissor is in there. It's not an EX Scissor though. Scissor should be one of your headlining characters in a Gen 2 set.
Here to hear the
Super
good word.
subjective. Feel free to disagree, but
You are safe here.
here's your sign.
Here to hear the good word.
I'm holding this to play as the 5-drop. So our opponent looks to be Stormhaven as opposed to
Now, let us
what's it called, but could still be a Wilbur deck. These Odins are probably still gonna get some value if I had to venture a guess.
the winged musician dons her mask. Well,
You could be my enemy.
be gone with you.
What's this one do?
Have I gone too far?
A dragon never forgets.
Release 2 random allied followers of the field, destroy a random enemy follower of the opposing one. Yeah, that one's pretty good. It's a 5/6. Not so big. They obviously want to start murdering me with these, so I think it looks like they're aggressively.
Witness my kung fu.
Looks like they're looking to position very aggressively, so I'm gonna get Neptune down and start buffering my life total. I'd love to see you play Marvel Duel. What is a Marvel Duel?
So as I still sleeping, this is it. Surge!
Rest.
I see.
Okay, and then follow up Neptune here with a Super Evo murder bots their board.
May your punishment this will not stand.
They are up evolutions at this point. Hopefully Odin can help us get back to parity. These two might help us get back to parity as well.
Wings of white!
7, 8, 9, 10. Going to 8 here. I'm not quite dead to their big griffin yet, which is nice. So this gets us to 10 and kills this. Part of me wants to Odin this and smack this, but I have to use my evolution to do that. I have another Odin for now. I'm just gonna do this to smack him in the face.
To me, truth.
This is 2 to 3 more points of healing. This is 2 more points of healing, right? Because I have another call in my deck still. Yeah, Odin brings me back to evolution parity, which is nice. I just need to make sure I don't get punked out here, basically.
Rest.
Here to hear the good word.
Speaking of punking people out, right? This is 13, 16.
Accept the ineluctable word.
Roar!
None the sea rise. To me.
Put a little respect on the dragon's name.
War reigns.
It's similar to this game using the Marvel IP. That can't possibly exist. Oh, wait. I think I remember people talking about that. That's like years old and it never released officially in the United States, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Marvel Duel? I think I remember seeing some Snap people when they got pissed off about Snap. It's 5 years old. Okay. Yeah, 0% chance I put any time in it. There's no content numbers for anything that's 5 years old and doesn't exist in the United States. J Turbo Banana, not for an English speaking audience at least. Thank you for the over 3.5 years. Welcome back.
I
Good morning, good morning. Obviously always keeping Dragon side. I'm mulligan for Burnite against Runecraft. Early Burnite emblem is something we're super excited about here. One of our super evos is earmarked for a Burnite crest against Rune. This is one of those hands of all time. I mean, against an aggro deck, it would be bad. So hopefully they're Dirt Rune and not Edelweiss. There's a lot of tutus. Merman! Merman! Them having the extra play point advantage here is real bad for us.
The winged musician dons her mask.
I don't know that I agree that Artifacts is one of the best decks. I like Artifacts a lot, but it did not have a particularly stellar performance in the first round of tournaments that we had. And then naturally I mulliganed like they were playing Climb and they're playing an aggro deck. So we're probably dead here because of how I mulliganed. I assumed they were playing the popular build and they are not, and my hand is very bad here now. Yeah, we don't draw 5 and we lose in the spot. All right, one more loss in Mirror Dragons this morning, and then I don't know, chat. We might just be a mostly Marvel Snap stream until they release draft for this game. I've not been feeling particularly inspired with Shadowverse. I feel like I'm pretty disappointed in their balance team. I feel like it's a pretty big miss that the game feels this unbalanced 2 sets in.
This brings me back. This will be over in a flash.
I'm gonna keep one call for early pressure here. Next week they're releasing draft mode for this game. I think they call it Take 2 or Pick 2 or something. Which that should be fun. At a minimum, I can't possibly have worse balance than the current not draft. Marvel Snap is the best balanced live service game I have ever played. It is one of their headlining and best features. Their regular, frequent balanced passes means the game consistently has plenty of competitive variety. There are plenty of things to be critical of and critique Snap about, but their live balance is not one of them.
The Lord Commander dons her mask. Reason.
To the shores of victory.
The third set for this game will happen at the end of August.
The world is out of tune.
Too slow.
Well, Song of the Dragon, a dragon never forgets. I yield.
But the draft mode coming will be good.
Dons her
I'm excited for draft. And this is honestly a significant part of what makes the sword deck so cracked. Is the sword deck is cracked in no small part because it's not just a deck that outgrinds people because it has a bunch of free super evolutions. It also just goes second and goes Zirconia into Zirconia sometime, and then their opponent just fucking dies, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you don't have the roommates, there's like nothing that can keep up with it.
You may approach.
It's like my draw wasn't even bad this game. It just like wasn't Zirconia into Zirconia good.
Witness my kung fu. Sardine.
Not all is lost. Not all is lost.
Dead to Owlbear.
Fate's head.
Also dead to Odin.
Thunderstrike. Victory is at hand. Proud. You earned this.
Evan Advert. I'm gonna play one other deck when we get back before we give up, but Shadowverse's current balance leaves a lot to be desired. I'm trying. Yeah, unironically, people ask like, what balance passes would you want? Zirconia, I think, is the #1 card I would like to see changed on a sword. Yeah, artifacts is fine. Maybe we'll play that. I think we'll play Dirt. I was playing some of this off stream yesterday. It was fine. You get to play some of the fucked up cards like Anna and Norman. Let's do this. I haven't played Dirt on stream. I was playing this off stream and it was okay. That's archetype. I kept queuing into Abyss aggro in Topaz, and this deck really stuffs Abyss aggro in a coffin. Switch to this and just rolled over him a bunch. Warner Brother Games Montreal is working on a AAA live service title based on DC Comics. How long do we think this one lasts? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Already died. Dead and gone. Dead and gone is the answer. I hope it's a staff competitor. No, a staff competitor wouldn't be a AAA game.
Medium rare or well done.
This will be over in a flash.
We'll keep our lovely 2s. Melvy's so strong. She's secretly a 2, but also a 3. She's kind of a 4 too, because you can play the Witch's Brew and engage it.
I hope my potion
Just really does it all.
Princess, where'd you go? You gotta be the cutest.
I hit him in the face. I might be wrong. They have the Lancer, it could be wrong. I can always trade this later, though.
Help is here.
To the shores of victory.
I'll never pin up. Adorable.
We are definitely throwing one of her back.
Ease up with them.
Take another Melvy. And the next turn we have Judo plus an evolution.
The Lord Commander dons her
Lightning.
reason.
To the shores of victory.
And our opponent played the good card, but I'm playing the busted class, so I'm not even playing the good version of the busted class, and it's still kind of night and day different.
No one messes with my research.
We're playing full dirt. I really don't enjoy playing climb.
Move it or lose it.
Not all is lost.
I've got homework times in the deck for card advantage, because we do have the roommates.
No way. The truth seeker dons her mask.
Not my first rejection.
So if I engage this, I can then play the Witch's Brew, and then I can engage it again. And then we've got that Judo Crest ticking down, so we get another 3/3 here. The third expansion for this game will launch at the end of August.
Destruction.
Roar, O thunder!
Fortissimo.
Oaths are
Moving out.
forged in steel.
You will.
Yeah, I think long term they said they're gonna aim for two-ish months apart, but they're front loading some of these earlier ones together.
Balance achieved.
I think I've just drawn a couple of cards here.
This homework's too hard.
That's our last golem off the Judo Crest. Yeah, after the set at the end of August, it'll be 2 months.
Oaths are forged in steel.
The spark of
I
knowledge.
lacked foresight.
I think I'm just gonna gain 4 here.
The spark of knowledge.
And then next turn, Anna and Gray puts both of these into looking smart.
Pierce through the heart of darkness.
Oaths
By
are
my blade.
forged in steel.
You reek.
Ready, Graham?
Right behind you.
Because this card spell boosts 3 for some reason.
I give up.
My oath is fulfilled.
I give up.
My oath is fulfilled.
You're done for.
Defeat is not an
My
option.
oath is fulfilled.
It's over.
I think I just trade these.
Is this?
This gets us back to evolution parity, which is nice. Bump up a little bit on HP. We're at evolution parity.
Good little dove should be in bed by now.
What if I engage this, and then I can go Judo, murder this, Edelweiss, murder this.
Not my first rejection.
I think I might have enough dirt to play this card this game. That's close, though. I think I'm gonna throw Judo back.
All I can do is ease up with them.
Does she kill? She kills 2 things on Super Evo. She can help stabilize the board a little bit.
Follow my lead. Lovely day for a picnic. Honor has no place on the battlefield. You will.
So I think you could balance sword by making good cards for other classes. However, I think it's kind of hard to just make good cards for other classes to make Rune not be the best deck, because Rune just has such pushed, like it's so pushed. The combo kill at the top end of Rune isn't just pushed. It's this obnoxious combo, right? Which is different.
I must stay strong. The truth seeker dons her mask. Shall we pack up for the day? Amazing.
The fact that your opponent can just combo kill you from 20 once they hit 10 resources is the problem. Does making Dimensional Climb once per turn help at all? Absolutely not. They need to like make Coyotes end your turn. Like you play Coyotes and it passes the turn is probably what it would need to have happen. Something along those lines. There's honestly so many busted cards in there. It's the current Rune deck in this game might be the most heinous misbalancing I've ever experienced in a card game, purely by virtue of how overtuned it is. Like, it's impossible to point to one thing that's problematic in the Rune deck, because there's just so many that are like, why does this card do all these things?
Not even.
It just does so much.
Shall escape the lash of my flame.
If my mouth is open, yay.
Not the end.
Amazing. Tactical retreat. Amazing.
Alright, so they gotta kill this 3 times. Climb is probably the biggest of the problems, yeah. The rest of the cards are just a little overtuned.
Princess, I finally found you.
Alright, there's the first kill.
I'm still hungry. You think I'm stuffed? Not even.
Their Super Evo here is the second kill. And if they don't get Ward down or kill this plus Odin plus the Super Evo is actually lethal next turn too. So we've got him a couple of ways here. Let's see if they can noodle their way out of it.
Lovely day for a picnic.
You look splendid, Princess Prim. You look splendid, Princess Prim.
They're still dead to Odin through that, yeah? Actually, they're just dead on board. They needed to Super Evo. They must have not realized I could just Super Evo again, yeah?
Yay. Amazing.
Okay. So they definitely messed that up. Opponent could have put themselves not dead on board. Actually, could they have? Because they needed to kill her twice more, yeah? Because I had 2.
That feels correct.
No, maybe they could. Not with the cards that they were playing, at least. All right, up into Sapphire. Let's roll around in the dirt some more, huh?
Medium rare or well done.
Well, if that ain't perfect, I don't know what is. I need something to do on 4. We need a perfumer. That will also work. It's probably better than Perfumer, honestly. This matchup's very solid for us. This matchup is one of the reasons to play this deck. So this is definitely going here. It's a question of how much dirt am I charging up this turn. It could just be charge plus apprentice. I kind of want to just full charge the dirt this turn. I think I'm gonna save the apprentice for after I analyze next turn. Might be wrong.
My pumpkins will devour you. The truth seeker dons her mask. They've gone fetid. Easy, isn't it? All I can do is
How does the aggro deck ever beat this? Real question.
I'm here to spread the love. What? You think I shine too brightly?
you won't.
And I think it's actually the roommates here rather than Judo, because I think I want to prioritize my dirt for Norman for the time being. The 3x spell boost on Annie and Gray is so excessive. Completely agree.
My pumpkins will devour you.
And then I'm actually going to burn an Evo on this, so that way we just get a steady flow of ward units.
No one messes with my
And like now, I just have a bunch of stats while we beat them down here. I need to kill them before they can like run off a bunch of super Evos and kill us, right? Oh hey, look, and then next turn we can gain 8 with Norman. You think crafting rune cards is still worth it, or are they nerfing it all real soon? We have no information about how they intend to balance this game. So it is completely unclear what their plans will be with that. So I would make no assumptions about how they're gonna approach balance. I guess this is a little annoying for us. How do I kill both of these? Can I? Annie and Gray super does it. It does, doesn't it? I wanted what's it called this turn, but alas.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, man.
And this also lets me hit them in the face for 5 this turn too, right?
Never smart to play with fire. It's over. This is not the end.
Fine.
And I think I just Penelope to crank up the dirt, yeah?
I hope my potions can help.
This list you're using isn't the strongest rune. No, this deck list is bad against the popular rune list in exchange for being better against aggro. It's basically the TLDR. This deck list is playing a lot of early game and giving up the late game combo kill.
Victory is mine. That feels correct.
So, Runecraft is the best class by a margin. But this is not the best version of the best class. This is just the one I feel least ill while I play, so we're playing it.
Medium rare or well done.
Can we not? I wasn't built for combat.
I honestly might just keep this entire hand. What would be the worst one? The worst class?
Then we can be together.
It's a good question. What do you think the worst class is right now? It's probably Dragoncraft, yeah? It's Dragoncraft or Haven.
Then we can be together.
It's probably Dragon. As much as it hurts me to say. Like, Dragoncraft is... You know what? Honestly, I was just about to say Dragoncraft is my most played class this season, which is probably an indictment of the fact that it's the worst one. That probably tells you what you need to know. Is it Forest? No, Forest is an anti-meta class right now. After playing it more yesterday, I'm gonna have a highlight with Forest Craft stuff up tomorrow on the YouTube channel. Forest Craft, I think, is legitimately reasonable against, Forest Craft is legitimately reasonable against, the two best decks right now. Yeah, I don't need Pascal's Dance.
Ease up with them.
I just said I didn't need that, Gabe.
Stars are amazing.
Alright, second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a whole lot worse.
Have a sniff.
Spend the witching hour with another betrayal. Another betrayal. Another betrayal.
A lot of betrayal, chat. It's a lot of betrayal. Astro, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Ready, Ann? Right behind you, Ann. Ready, Graham? Astro Connor, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hooah! Alright, then hopefully Odin plus Super Evo is lethal next turn.
You are beneath me.
Yep.
Save a place for you at my dinner.
I will say this is something the bigger build of this deck doesn't do, which is fun. I enjoy Odin people. I suppose the bigger build is playing Kuan, and Kuan also kills them there, so it's probably a wash.
Victory is mine. That feels
I do enjoy Odin somewhat. And someone who enjoys, like, aggressively slanted mid-range decks, Odin is, like, a quintessential aggro mid-range card. I didn't have Norman that game. We killed the aggro abyss deck, and I didn't even gain 8.
Can we not? I wasn't built for combat.
Odin is basically questing beast. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Old Questerson.
Take this. Gotta be the cutest.
Every time you say a random name I'm unfamiliar with, I assume it's Magic the Gathering, and it always checks out. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, it's just all the dirt. Yep.
My potions can help. I hope my potions can help.
I hope my potions can help. She's so scared to be here, chat.
The smiling Undertaker dons his mask.
Now
Okay.
I'm annoyed.
Earth, be at peace.
Have you thought about playing Magic again? Magic the Gathering doesn't really make the game that I used to like playing anymore. Is the best way to put it. The game that Wizards of the Coast makes today is a very different game than what I fell in love with and enjoyed playing in years past. And for the record, that has nothing to do with, because a lot of old-timey Magic players are curmudgeons who hate the Universes Beyond stuff, and I want to make it really clear that I'm not talking about Universes Beyond stuff. Wizards design philosophies and how they design Magic the Gathering cards changed in like 2019, 2020 or so. And then the monetization aspect of them endlessly power creeping non-rotating formats was like the final nail in the coffin for me. Modern and Legacy just aren't the same with how they monetize.
You are beneath me.
All right, so we're up 2 Evos on them here, so probably could use Ana and Gray pretty aggressively this turn.
I'll never be enough.
I just want points on the board. Do I even use an evolution though? I don't, right? Like there's no reason to. My Evos have so much value in this deck, saving them for a Juno. That's great. I have yet to double my board with the dance, but maybe that's going to happen at some point today. These are actually really scary with Cerberus, because they represent 12 points of damage on the board.
It's over.
I think I'm just playing another Ana and Gray.
Ready, Grant? Right behind you, Anne. I give up.
Honestly, maybe I should have evoed to push damage.
Turned to stone or swallowed whole?
Medusa's gonna swallow us, chat.
No! Caught us off guard. No!
The person that wrote that line knew exactly what they were doing. No doubt about it.
The legends are true. This fight didn't count.
All right, we'll make some golems here.
No one messes with my research.
It's gotta be the cutest.
You are not forgotten.
This to me.
Yeah, Lilith lives forever. It's just a question of can we survive? I think we probably die to double Cerberus here, yeah? If I don't draw a copy of Norman. Even with Norman, it might be tough.
My end will never come.
I'll char everything to a crispy up.
Because they get to kill my board and put me to 9 here.
No way.
Praise me more.
So I have to gain 4 here. My pause is just thinking about how am I clearing their things in play. I can Apprentice to start because Apprentice could draw Norman. But Norman can't kill this, so I can't play him this turn. I think I apprentice to start anyways.
All I can do is ease up
And then we're like Sage Light plus Perfumer. Yeah, I can't Odin this and kill this, unfortunately.
The right cinch transforms you.
the spark of knowledge.
You're done for. I know the perfect have a sniff.
Am I dead from 13 here? Actually don't know the math. The Cerberus does 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think we're dead. I don't think second Cerberus killed us here.
Now I'm annoyed.
The second Super Evo getting used here is a big deal.
You are not forgotten.
This to me.
Man, the fucking disrespect here. Oh, do they have the 1 energy sack a thing, kill a thing? If they have the 1 energy sack a thing, kill a thing, this line's really good.
Did this to me.
They're actually just dead on board, yeah?
None shall escape the lash of my flame.
Someday, amazing.
Have a sniff. No, this is all wrong. Victory is mine. That feels correct.
Again, that game was harder than our average draw would be because there was no Norman, right? We just didn't have our gate 8. All right, so we've been bullying people with our pile of overtuned cards. We're behind against the Clyde deck. Just so we're clear.
Let's get this over with.
So I'm keeping this opening hand because it positions me aggressively, and positioning aggressively is what I need to do to win this matchup. We are not winning this matchup by the game going long. We wanna put them in a position where we can run them down. The longer the game goes, the more favored our opponent is to win. And we're not amazing at running them down, so we're a big dog in this matchup for sure.
I'll never pin up.
No, I haven't played Pokemon Unite in a really long time. What was it? The last time I played Pokemon Unite, my wife and I ground to Masters, and then our first match into Masters, the lowest ELO player on the team auto-locked Absol and called center and spent the entire first half of the game inting. And my wife and I looked at each other after the game was over, and we were like, we're just not doing this again, right? And we're like, nope, and we uninstalled it, and we haven't played since.
The spark of knowledge too high.
Classic MOBA gameplay, really. I came for the fishy dragons and got some dirt in my eye. Yep. Welcome to Shadowverse. Welcome to Shadowverse poorly balanced beyond.
All I can do is ease up with them.
MOBAs, you either have a happy 5-stack or you're set. I don't even know that happy 5-stacks really exist because it's so tough to get games that are competitive with 5s, right? Like usually they swing really hard in one direction. Because MOBAs, when you don't have random teammates, tend to be pretty low variance. So the better 5 diffs the worst 5 very frequently. I found the Dirt deck surprisingly playable compared to last season. This deck is very reasonable because Runecraft is just deeply overtuned. It's really bad in this particular matchup, though.
Reach too high.
No one is playing a MOBA happy. It's the League of Legends classic. When I lose, I feel mad. When I win, I feel nothing. The old League of Legends classic. Yeah, I think if you want to, and this is the reason why I'm playing this deck, I think if you want to play something that's not the stock best deck in the game, and you want to not feel too bad about it, this deck is a good way to do that. I think you're bad into the literal best deck, and then you're competitive everywhere else. I don't think I want to evolve Norman here. We just draw my cards and let him die.
To the edge of what's known. Get lost. Crawl like the vermin you are.
When I lose, I get mad. When I win, I feel nothing. See you tomorrow. Yes. Fuck you. Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Kuan. How are we Kuaning? Am I super evoing a Judo? I might super evo a Judo here. We can spell plus perfumer. We could spell plus perfumer, that's true. I kind of want to get a flow of tokens going from Judo, though.
The legends are true.
Into the night.
You're done for. Let me show you how. Move it or lose it.
We could Judo with the spell as well. That's true. I kind of want to do this and get a pile of dirt, though. And not lock my points in. I mean, leaving them 5 that can attack me is not nothing.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, man. You're done for. Defeat is not an option.
This homework's too hard.
No way.
Praise me more.
I think the only way I win this game is making a bunch of golems. I don't think it's possible for us to win going long.
None shall escape the lash of my blade.
I don't think we have a good chance to win from here, but I also think this is my only line that ever leads to victory, so I'm gonna execute this line. And like maybe a pile of golems plus a juke with an Odin can steal a game here. Why do their cards do everything? I don't understand. Why does this card exist too? It literally just all of it, all of the time. All right, I'm done. Fuck you. Taking my ball and I'm going home.
I'm impressed. You're done. 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 You're done.
I'm out of here. Runecraft cards. People keep asking me if I'm going to stream Pocket tomorrow. The new set for Pocket releases overnight tomorrow, right? So it's like Thursday morning US time? Or is it a different release timeline than the previous ones? It's always been on Thursday, yeah.
This brings me back.
I'm gonna keep the Edelweiss because they could be ramp, but they could be aggro too. Mr. City, thank you for the 23 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And you said like interesting. I can't decide. They did the typical Pocket thing where a bunch of the Pokemon I really like and want to play with just suck shit. I have to say, I like that. Obviously, Rune is overtuned by a lot at the moment, but in general, I like that this game doesn't have a bunch of pack filler in it. It's very, very fun and satisfying.
The truth seeker dons her mask.
I like that. I like that there are just a bunch of cards that are bad for the sake of being bad.
Start with the basic fish stats.
I'll never be enough. I'll never be enough. The truth seeker dons her mask. Easy, isn't it?
I do like that despite Rune being overtuned, there's a lot of playable stuff too. I actually think that's not really true. I think most of the matchup variety in this game is just based on the fact that like the ladder doesn't have any meaningful rewards and most of us are playing for fun.
All will pay tribute to my black wings.
Too slow.
To greater heights.
What's more likely to help me live? Sage Light Teachings gaining 4 or Anna and Gray making a 5/5 with Ward? They have 7 energy next turn. I die to Odin if I don't gain life. Let's do this to start and see what we draw.
The spark of knowledge.
Yeah, they get Odin next turn, so. And this lives through another copy of her, so that's the play.
The fangs of the deep blue will break you.
Witness my kung fu.
We are the watchful eyes of the sea.
I think they have to kill all my things.
Praise me more.
I don't think they can hit me for 7.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Very nice, very nice.
Ready, Graham?
Right behind you, Anne.
Gauge a little dirt, evolve you, kill you.
You're done for.
Defeat is not an option.
The fangs of the deep blue will break you.
One strike fatality.
Raging waves swallow you.
Caught us off guard.
I think it's just Norman. I think I'm making a bunch of golems.
Transform your skill.
Maybe I'm splitting the difference because next turn is Twilight Dragon, right? Although if they have, what's it called? Do they have room for Twilight Dragon? If they don't have Twilight Dragon, the golems are really good. All right, yellow.
The lash of my
We need gas? No, I'm absolutely not drawing cards here. Annie and Gray are going to turn these into two one mana draws. Which, honestly, it could have been right to go Annie into a bunch of homework times. Could have been a line as well there. I don't know. This best positions me to kill them if they don't have particular things, which is nice. All right. And they either don't have Twilight Dragon or they're doing a lap around their room fist pumping because I'm dead to it. Those are the only options to go into the tank here.
Let's get gorgeous.
Too slow.
More.
Ruined perfectly good.
Odin! Rats.
Ready, Freya?
I think I'm gonna have to use my evolution, which is sad.
I give up. I give up.
Right, it's right on time, Odin. Yep. Was one card off.
To play with, it's over. Yeah, I'm done.
Fate's head will fall.
Odin, Sage Light. Why do I need to gain life? I'm definitely gonna hit them with Odin.
All I can do is ease up with them.
Yeah, I don't need to heal yet. The most they can do next turn is play a big dragon, which hits me for 9, and then I take a 10th from the Burning Emblem. I think I just do this and like, all right, answer the border, die.
Fly forth into an endless sky.
Stand proud. You earned this.
Victory is mine.
All right, Odin came a turn late to win the game on this spot, but still clutches it up. Have some adverts, chat. We're gonna play some more Dirt when we get back, see if we can pull ourselves up into Diamond by our bootstraps and busted cards this afternoon. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the YouTube side, don't forget to tap the like button. It's a free way for you to engage with the content and help it reach some more people. Trying to keep regular Shadowverse stuff coming. That's a great way to help ensure that it does. Yeah, Puppet is on my to-do list to play too. I might do some of that tomorrow. The two Portalcraft decks I think are both potentially worth poking at. Artifacts and Puppets I both want to play some more of. I played those more recently than this, so. Vivian, thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. There might be something to this Odin card. He's quite a lovely lad. I'm missing a third regular Norman chat, so I have to play mismatch ones, and it hurts me every time to look at it. big pleb energy with mismatched cards here. This is basically the same list I've been playing. Yeah, I looked at a few different dedicated dirt lists. That's what had the most cards that I liked. I really like Judo as a card. I think he's just fun. They're just a fun design. I don't know if it's a me problem, but I've had a ton of problems with puppets into Swordcraft. No, I think puppets is probably bad against Sword. Like that's a realistic matchup table.
Medium rare or well done.
Can we not? I wasn't built for combat.
I'm definitely mulliganing these. I think I keep these. Look, we really want a 2, but my deck has a ton of proactive 2s. I need a 2/2 for 2. Yeah, there's one of them. We have 9 2/2s for 2 in this build. Which is one of the other reasons you're good against aggro. And obviously, Abyss isn't guaranteed to be aggro, but more often than not it is. Philandu makes mid-range more likely.
Adorable.
I leave the rest to you.
Definitely throwing back games. I agree with you that Zwev seems, well-big in puppets. But the 5 slot in general for puppets is just kind of weak. So I feel like you probably play her. I think my build has 2 or 3. But you're right, she's definitely not an overtly powerful card. I think I just go ahead and cantrip the dance.
No one hit him.
Gets this bigger for Judo next turn if we want to play him. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna play Pocket with their new cards or not.
Turn to go.
Now I'm annoyed.
You just sparked up the
They did some of my favorites dirty. This is a really strange attack for 2 here after they held it. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
will be a feast.
It's a reasonable play. I think in spots like this, I'm supposed to evolve this and just get my 3/3s with Ward going.
No one messes with my research.
Because between this turn into Norman makes some friends next turn.
No way.
Of meat.
You are beneath me.
Save the place for you at my dinner table.
Yes, comparing Zwev to any of the 5 drops that Runecraft has available to them is actually comical. Like it's weird to think that the Zwev came out of the same design team that designed the Runecraft 5 drops. You look at it and you're like, one of these things is not like the others.
Turn to stone or swallowed whole. Reach too high.
Oh, you rake.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
To me, troops.
Fly forth into an endless sky.
We're gonna Super Evo out of them here. Anytime the Abysscraft deck burns a Super Evo on something that's not Cerebus, I feel like I want a fist pump from the other side. Just like, yeah.
My end will never come.
Even fate shall fall to this blade.
I think I'm gonna re-up my Judo emblem here, yeah?
Land beyond.
Because I could go tick this to 5. This goes to 6. Tick it again to 7. Judo murders this. And then regular evolve attack in.
You're done for.
No Super Evo here is great for me, yeah.
The Truth Seeker dons her mask.
The right cinch transforms you.
That was a blast! The spark of
Pop back up to 15 here.
Turned to stone or swallowed whole?
Oh, you lick.
Oh, rough and raring to go.
Man, I really wanted to Norbid this turn, but I have to kill Medusa, which means we have to play the Rubids. Right? Yeah, Norman can't kill Dusa.
It's gotta be the cutest.
Ready, Graham? Right behind you, Anne.
None shall escape the lash of my flame!
Never smart to play with. It's over.
This fight didn't count.
I don't want to play the Apprentice Astrologer here, because one, I'm getting a golem at the end of turn, and two, I don't want to throw either of these back, so.
Turned to stone or swallowed whole? No!
Caught us off guard.
Hey gamers, what do we think about drawing 6 cards this turn?
Transform Adamantia.
Would that be good? Sounds balanced. I thought so too.
There are countless combinations. Limitless.
I gotta kill this because I don't want to get Medusa. Oh, I could have gone Edelweiss into Penelope.
I hope my potions can help. All I can do is ease up at them.
Second Cerberus could still be bad for us here. And they have another ghost in hand here. We're playing a game still. We're not out of this yet. It's a lot of ghosts.
Perfectly good materials.
I'll never be enough. Reach too high. Praise me more.
Be at peace.
All this world lacks is wisdom.
Be at peace.
Oh, it still has Bane when it reflips.
Easy, isn't it?
Mourn for me as I'd mourn for you.
Ever just Odin their face here? I just Odin their face here.
Fate's head will roll. To me.
They're gonna have second Cerberus here soon. I think we're actually behind at the moment because they have the evolution advantage.
And beyond beckons.
Yeah, I think we're actually dead. I think that turn I drew a bunch of cards with Dormant. I was maybe supposed to make a barrier to kill them. Needed a Sage Light Teachings. I guess I could still draw a Sage Light Teachings, huh?
Transform Adamantia.
This isn't guaranteed to stop them. We're dead to Cerberus. Because they still have an evolution. What made you want to revisit Lilithim? I thought you weren't like here. I think one of the things that makes me a much better deck builder and TCG player than most people is a willingness to retry and revisit cards that I've been underwhelmed by in the past. Far too frequently, people play very minimal amounts of games with a given card,
Perfectly good material.
and they decide that it's unplayable and they never touch it again.
Now I'm annoyed.
I'll char everything to a crisp. Rip you to pieces! Rip you to pieces!
I'm not dead yet!
The spark of knowledge. Ready, Graham?
Right behind you, man.
That was a blast!
I don't actually know if I want to draw cards. There's only 8 cards left in my deck.
The cry of the fox lights the lanterns.
Caught us off guard.
Fate's head will roll. To me.
Holy topping. Yeah, these Abyss decks are the greediest thing in the game.
It's gotta be the cutest.
They are very, very, very greedy.
Young Paragon dons his mask.
Alright, I think we're finally dead now, yeah? GG. It's the only way to compete with Sword. I mean, and they still aren't that good against Sword, right? And they're not low enough to the ground. They almost always die to the combo kill.
Medium rare or well done.
With rain comes death.
I'm gonna mulligan the teachings, looking for some of our heavier hitters like those are great. And a lace on 4 is lovely here.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna want healing eventually in this matchup, but I don't think we need to keep it in the opener.
Help is here!
To the shores of victory.
Adorable! I demand a rematch! It's gotta be the cutest.
Alright, and then this is gonna slam down and stabilize the board hard next turn.
Adorable!
I wasn't
Adorable!
fast enough.
Oh, fuck. I messed up. I was talking and clicking, and then I messed up again. Shoot. I needed to apprentice to get. Yeah.
It's gotta be the cutest.
Pretty big mistake here.
All I can do is
This needs two dirt. I dropped the second Melvie. I needed to drop the apprentice last turn.
Dons her mask.
repent.
Reason.
To the shores of victory.
Praise me more! Adorable! Adorable!
Not all is lost. Not all is
lost my coin flip. Ever lucky.
I yield.
All I can do is ease up at them.
Rage tempest, roar thunder.
Dons.
A flash of lightning, a stroke of fate.
Ready, Freya? Right behind you, Anne. Defeat is not enough. It's over.
Amazing.
Is this the end?
I don't think we're gonna have enough ward to be able to get through this game. We're dead to Odin this turn, obviously. Yeah, I took 5 extra damage, 6 extra damage this game because I played the wrong 2-drop on 3. Oh.
Medium rare or well done. Let's get this over with.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to play a Runecraft beer, and I think I'm done with Shadowverse for this morning. The current balance is really bad.
Rest.
It's been an hour and a half. Maybe we'll play puppets. Is Dirt good into any decks? Dirt is good into... Dirt is fine. I think your bad matchups are the good rune... Let's talk about it. So... This deck is basically a worse version of the best deck in the game. But it turns out when your best deck in the game is so incredibly overtuned, playing a mostly worse version of it is still fine. That being said, you're not a worse version with no upside. This deck list is really, really good against Abyss aggro and things like Dragon aggro. The decks that are just like trying to face you constantly, this build really stops in their tracks. Edelweiss Sagelight Ward in particular is so good at shutting aggressive decks down. So you basically auto lose to the Climb deck though, and your Abyss mid-range matchup is also hard because their deck is really greedy so they can outgrind you and we don't have a combo kill for them. I really wish I could say we played this card and she was impressive. I think she did something in like one of the games that we played, but by and large she just like didn't do anything again today. I feel like a lot of the decks this card is good against just aren't very good. Like, to give a pointed example, when I play the Dragoncraft ramp deck, which I played a lot of this season, it's been my pet deck, this card's impossible for the Dragoncraft ramp deck to really keep up with, because you can't, the Dragoncraft ramp deck attritions you, and I'm like, card for cards you a lot, and this card you just can't out attrition it if they stack it up a lot. But Dragoncraft ramp isn't really the type of deck that you need to metagame for, right? It's like not particularly good, so I don't know what I'd swap this for, but was pretty thoroughly whelmed by her yet again in the games that we played. Because, like, the premier control deck in the metagame that's your bad matchup isn't a grindy control deck. It's a, I'm going to punch you in the throat on 10 with Coyotes plus a Climb and combo kill you, so you can't outgrind them with a card like this, basically. Yeah, this unironically is, like, one of the best Dirt payoffs in the game. Norman aside, because Norman is very silly. Yeah, you could play Remy and Remy as a more aggressive angle, which is probably fine. You want to beat people down. I never triggered the extra text on Pascal, but Pascal's dance also has a pretty low opportunity cost. It's a card that helps you spell boost homework time alongside Anna and Gray to get it down to cost 1, and it does give you a piece of dirt, which is great. And if you're thinking, Jeff, what is the best version of Runecraft that you're talking about? You should make sure you subscribe to the Hooglandia Shadowverse Worlds Beyond YouTube channel, where I covered a roundup of the best decks from our first big tournament that we had, and talked about which ones were performing well and why, along with some sample deck lists there. All right, I'm gonna roll an advert. I'm gonna try and slog through a little bit more. I would like to let's play some puppets. Let's say we're gonna do some of this when we get back. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna give it at least one more shake. The issue I always have with this deck is drawing Orcus. The deck feels unstoppable when you Orcus and Delium. It's a lot of reach for sure. I am 0% chance I ever consider playing a Swordcraft deck with no Goldaria. That sounds not fun. I just think a control deck shouldn't be able to kill you from 20 when they hit 10 energy randomly. I think one of the most interesting and skill-testing things in Shadowverse is managing your defense total and understanding your breakpoints, and the fact that the Coyotes deck just kills you from 20 feels unacceptable. Like it just shouldn't be a thing. Killing from 20 should be exclusively reserved for something like all the work the Roach deck has to do. I think is the only thing that's remotely acceptable from a, oh, I died from 20 here.
Justice for all the dimensions.
With rain
I'm looking for a 2 I can play out proactively. I don't know how I feel about these Heart Slayers. They might be trash. There's a 2. That's lovely. I want to go 2 into UD here.
To the shores of victory.
Excuse me.
Honestly, I'm just gonna kill their stuff. Keep my life total buffered up. We have a little bit of life gain, but not a ton.
The only trophy I need is your heart.
Wasn't my fault. Excuse me.
Have you watched the Yu-Gi-Oh anime? I mean, I was a child in the 90s, so At some point, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh anime, but could you ask me to parse or remember specific parts of it? Absolutely not. I've heard a few old-timer Shadowverse gamers suggest that the what's it called? The Super Evo shouldn't deal a damage, but I really disagree with that. I think the Super Evo dealing damage is a good thing.
I'll be your mentor.
And I'll evolve here and heal my life total back up. We're positioning pretty aggressively.
Pleased to make my pleasure.
Not all is lost.
The Lord Commander dons her mask.
Hurry up!
Repent.
Reason.
To the shores of victory!
See you tomorrow.
Expose thy sins.
And pay the price!
Yeah, I think the Super Evo dealing a damage is really good design in general. It is technically one of the things that enables the climb deck to combo kill you from 20, but I don't think that's... I think changing your game mechanic based on the exception rather than the rule is really bad, silly design.
Lovely day for a picnic.
You look splendid, Princess Prim.
Oh.
Void. Victoria.
I am satisfied.
This feels like an uphill climb. So when someone earlier was saying they were playing puppets and they felt like the sword matchup was hard and they weren't sure if they were bad or not, I've heard other people say this matchup's pretty impossible, so that would be a reason not to touch this deck. I really hope that the Shadowverse team does live balance, because this game has so many different knobs they can twist when it comes to balancing their game.
My star is the star of paradise.
Like Marvel Snap does a good job with balance. They basically have like 3 numbers on most of their cards that they can change. This game has like 80 numbers on every card they can change.
Soon, these strings will be around your neck.
If they want to do live balance in this game, they have a lot of good choices they can do with it. I'm a pretty big proponent of, I think game design is hard, and I honestly think if your game's not imbalanced some amount of the time, it probably means you're not taking enough risks, and then your designs are going to be bad because you're not taking enough risks.
Pluie de paix. Nonya baked us all.
Like if you never need to make balance changes, that's also an indictment of what you're doing, in my mind. However, that's why the devil is in the details of will they actually do balance passes or not. Do I want to play this out as another, what's it called? Oh, I'm just gonna die to fucking Owlbear, yeah. Did I need to Orcus? Maybe I needed to Orcus. Yeah, I needed the Orcus. I'm talking to chat, not thinking about the outs. You just Super Evo a puppet. Super Evoing a puppet doesn't matter. Actually, would I have been dead even with the Orcus? I think I'd have been dead even with the Orcus because they have the 5-4, right?
The hour of reckoning approaches.
Man, I know I said I was gonna play more of this game, but I'm a liar. I'm gonna go play Marvel Snap. The content numbers for Shadowverse are not good enough to play the game if I'm not having fun with it, and I gotta be honest. I don't. The last couple of days haven't been particularly fun. I might take a cooler. I've got a couple of YouTube videos in the tank that'll be all right highlights, but I might take a breather on Shadowverse live streams until they release their draft mode next week. Draft mode is supposed to launch on Monday night, I think, because yeah, the balance hasn't been very good or very fun, so I'm gonna do what I always remind people to do, and that is find your joy. And Snap's been more fun lately, so I'm gonna go play that, and we'll revisit if we get draft mode next week. So this is not goodbye. This is I'll be back when we have something new to poker. And that's one of the reasons why multiple game modes is good, right? Because, like, you know, if the constructed balance isn't good, draft could be a fun way to still play the game without engaging with it. So I'm gonna switch over to the Snap side on the YouTube, the Twitch side. Just hang tight. I'm gonna tap an advert while I get things swapped over. Don't go anywhere.